Hello, welcome back. And today we have a super fun topic, which is behind the scenes working at Victoria's Secret and lingerie shopping tips you must know if you haven't done it before. Because I know there are a few of you, like me, who has never done it before and didn't know where to start or how to do it. And it's like everyone just expects you to know everything about this stuff and nobody talks about it. So that's what this is for. And this is like personal, right? So it's a little bit, I wouldn't say embarrassing or uncomfortable, but kind of along those lines, kind of a topic to share. But if it just helps that one girl out there who needs this information and helps her to be a little more confident, then that's what this is for. So if you're new here, my name is Amanda and welcome back. Here we talk everything about femininity, up-leveling ourselves, becoming the best version of ourselves so we can be our own dream girl and live our own dream life. And yeah, so let's get into it. But before we do, let me just say this is women only. Yeah, no guys allowed. Sorry guys, I promise I'm not showing anything, so there's going to be nothing you're really going to be missing. This is mostly like girl talk and would probably be boring for you, okay? So there we go. Okay, so you know how I teach you guys that you guys need to be living like it's your honeymoon right now, right? If you're calling in your husband or you want to be married someday, you need to start living as if you already have it so that when it comes, you're going to be ready for it, right? Instead of just expecting everything to just fall in place when it comes, because it does not, okay? I promise you that. So you have to fall in love with yourself, with your looks, feel really beautiful and everything first. You can't just be expecting a guy to start fawning all over you and thinking you're the best thing ever when you've never thought that about yourself. Because what will happen is you will have a container issue. You will be like, I have never had this much attention or anything before, and I'm not worthy of it, and you will mess it up and end up scaring him away or pushing him away or breaking up or something, which isn't supposed to happen, okay? But you have to feel it first and live like it's your honeymoon. So whatever you're dressing, everything, start doing that now. Don't just wait for when it happens. Because I think like Dita Von Teese says that, wear the beautiful undergarments and everything for yourself. And you need to be confident and comfortable in it yourself before you walk in front of a man with it being all like uncomfortable, right? Because that's not, that alluring, right? You need to be in your body feeling super confident and beautiful before you can expect someone else to be that way for you or to see you that way. Because otherwise you're going to be presenting yourself as this super needy energy, and that repels people, right? Because we all know that girlfriend who is always like, am I pretty? Am I this? Am I that? Or, oh, I'm too fat, or this doesn't look good on me, right? Or all this stuff. And you're just like, just calm down, stop talking, you're totally fine, right? But the thing is, she won't, no matter how much you tell her to be confident or that she's beautiful, she's not going to see it until she sees it herself. And because you could tell it to her like over 100 million years, right? Okay. So that's the thing. Act like it's your honeymoon already. And that's what this video is about, because obviously you're going to be wearing nice things if it's your honeymoon. And instead of just whatever we wear on a day-to-day basis. And that was the funny thing, because I've never gone lingerie shopping before. And I don't even know how you say it, lingerie or lingerie. I have no idea. I've heard it both ways. So it's a little bit embarrassing because I didn't even know how to like clasp the things or anything like that. Because I've only worn ones that you just like pull it over your head. I forget what they're called, like a bralette or something. And it's like no wire, no nothing. It's just like cloth. And I like them a lot. I think it's called unlined or something. Or not unlined. But just so it doesn't have marks. So it doesn't show under your clothes. Because I really don't like it when they show under my clothes. So that's why I really like it. I think they're called seamless. So that's what I've always worn from from Dillard's. They have really nice ones. Yeah, just black and nude. Those are pretty much the only colors you really need. And I think black looks a lot better on a person, but sometimes you need the nude color if you're wearing like a lighter colored shirt. So that's what I've always done. Or like for underwear, I've always just gotten like the high briefs at Walmart. You know, just the regular cotton. Yeah, they kind of look like grandma stuff, right? Not that amazing looking. So that's what I was really excited about doing, the Victoria's Secret. You know, going there for all of this because they have beautiful, beautiful things. And I went with my mom's friend who, she's the most successful woman I know, worked her way up the corporate ladder and was just super amazing, super successful without a college degree, worked way up into the ranks of Chase Bank. And yeah, she's really, really amazing. But she also worked at Victoria's Secret for many, 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 many years. So I was like, I am going to take your advice and knowledge, and since you're such a catch, you're coming with me. So that's the thing. Also, guys, or girls, be open to whoever's in your life and what they're good at. Learn what you can from them, right? Because I could have just been embarrassed to ask her and be like, I should know all this stuff and not have gone out. And that wouldn't have helped anybody, right? And don't get me wrong, I was thinking a little bit embarrassed and like, oh, should I ask, should I not? But it was really the best thing, okay? And if I'm looking down, it's because I have my notes, so I don't miss anything for you guys here. But this is just your thing for just be ready for your honeymoon. And don't be waiting for your honeymoon, just be starting living it now, for yourself. It doesn't have to be for anybody else, it needs to be for yourself. And it kind of reminds me of my first time when I went shopping, when, you know, my body started changing when I was like 13. And I was super embarrassed. I went with my, it's this lady who's kind of like my grandma. And I was like so embarrassed when we were in line with the things on the table. And she's like, no, don't worry about it. It's totally fine. Everybody wears this, you know, it's nothing like outlandish or weird or strange. And you know how it is when you're young, right? And there was this other lady in line that she was talking to, and the other lady told me, because my grandma told her that, you know, we're going out without her brother because, you know, this is her first time and she's a little bit, you know, embarrassed and all of that. And the lady told me, you know what? Don't be embarrassed. Just think, he doesn't get to wear pretty things like you do. Or something along those lines. So that had always stuck with me. And it's like, yeah, we get to wear the pretty things. And that's the other point of it. Why do we not wear the pretty things? We tend to just wear something really decrepit and not very nice looking, or, you know, not super attractive, when really, like, that's one of our secret powers as a woman, right? So let's make use of it. So anyways, this lady that I had went with, she worked at Victoria's Secret, and she would get to go to dinners with all the models and everything. And I was just like, wow, that is so cool. And so I was asking her, you know, since she's been around the models, she's seen like the industry, all of that. I was like, how do you keep your stomach like super flat? Because I'm like careful with my diet and everything. But if I eat the wrong thing, or if I eat too much, you know, like my stomach will like poke out and it won't just be like super flat. Like if I don't eat, my stomach is super flat. But if I do eat, you know, my food just goes into my stomach. It's not like my brother who can eat like pretty much an entire pizza and still have the flattest stomach ever. I don't know where he puts it, but as women, it seems like that is not how it works, at least for most of us. And so she was telling me that, you know what, models don't eat. That's the thing. She would say, I'd be at a dinner and all the models, they just pick at a salad. Like that would be it. So she said, you know, they're very unhealthy. Don't try to be like them. So that's what I'm telling all of you girls. Don't try to be like that, okay? And remember that, but also I'm not saying don't take care of yourself and don't try to be healthy and toned and fit. You know, I mean, take into account that this lady is my mom's age, so she's like late 50s, you know, like almost 60. And she is very slim and takes care of herself and everything. And so am I. So I'm not saying, we're not saying don't be slim. We're just saying don't take it to an extreme and try to look like what you think a model looks like, when even in real life, the model doesn't even look like that. It's an airbrushed picture of them that you're seeing, okay? Because even the models don't look like the perfection that we think they look like. It's all fake. It's all false, okay? It's like a matrix. So anyways, I got sized, so that's the first thing you do when you go in if you've never done. And I think she said like 80% of women wear the wrong size, like bra. They wear the wrong size, 80%. So definitely get yourself sized and wear the right size, because you don't want to be one of those statistics. And it was funny because she had done it for so long that just by looking at someone, she could tell what size they are. And so that's pretty much what she did with me. We didn't use the tape measure or anything. And yeah, a little bit of a backstory. I forgot about this. I had never had like proper undergarments before. And I was always waiting for myself to grow. But I never did. Or so I thought, anyways. I was a little afraid, if that's the word, I wasn't big enough, if you know what I mean. And I told her that, that's why I haven't gotten proper underclothing before, because of all of that. And she said, you are the perfect size for your frame. And she said she was always that size. And it's honestly better to be a smaller size than be like really big. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I'd never had that cross my mind before. I always thought that the more voluptuous, or, however you say that word, you are, the better. And then because since I was worried about like being too small or whatever, she was like, no, you are the perfect size for your frame. Like, men don't care, like referring to being small. She was like, men don't care. They don't see those things. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I didn't know that. So anyways, if any of you guys have struggled with that thought of like, oh, I'm not like that big or whatever, remember that. And so she ended up saying, you're too hard on yourself. And that's the same thing for all of you guys. Like, you're probably way too hard on yourself, okay? Like me. So relax. And as for size, if it helps you guys, I'm a 32C. So if any of you guys are like, oh, I like identify with her size or whatever, that's what I wear. So just putting it out there. Anyways, she just said all of this so sincerely and with so much love. I was like, oh my. And that's what I hope to do for you guys, okay? I want this to be with so much love to you guys, that you are so beautiful, and I don't want you guys ever questioning yourselves or your body again, okay? And so just believe it, okay? Believe it. And then she asked me what I was looking for, and that's what you guys need to kind of keep in mind when you're going. Like, okay, what am I looking for? Like, do I know what I want? Like, look at pictures, look up some stuff, do a little bit of research. I had showed her a couple screenshots, and I said, I really love like how these things look, but I'm not quite like that, I don't have all the curves. I'm more of very like slim. And she told me, you wouldn't believe how much makeup they use and bronzer to look like that. And I was like, oh, I did not know that. So anyways, yeah, just remember that. Everything is using a ton of makeup or like surgical procedures to look bigger than what most of us are. And then, so for getting sized, I'll just give you guys a couple tips. You don't want anything bulging out or anything. And it's supposed to feel really comfortable, okay? I always thought that they weren't, so that's why I never wanted a real one. But they're actually supposed to be really comfortable. And even wire ones are supposed to be comfortable, she said, which that is not what I knew. But yeah. So anyways, and then as another tip, she said lean forward. Like kind of like bend forward, like going to like touch your toes type of leaning forward to like adjust underneath and, you know, to see how it fits and if it fits and all of that. But yeah, nothing's supposed to bulge out or anything, like if you're looking at yourself from the side in the mirror. And she showed me how to put it on. So I hope you guys know how to put one on, but I definitely did not know how. But first you kind of have to adjust the shoulder straps because they're gonna be like way off. And she showed me how to clasp and unclasp, and she said that when you get good at it, you can even just do it with one hand behind your back. And I was like, really? I mean, I was struggling with using both my hands, but I think you just get used to it after you do it for a while. And anyway, she just said you just pinch it to unclasp, which I still have yet to work on, but I don't know if any of you guys have that down. You'll have to tell me in the comments. And then she said they are okay to sleep in, which I was always like, is it okay to sleep in them or not? She's like, yeah, they're totally fine to sleep in, but probably if it's a wire one, probably don't sleep in it. And then for the bottom part, you know, for underwear, you know, instead of for bras, I don't know what you call. Okay, like for a panty, don't, how you're supposed to try them on is always wear them over your underwear, okay? So always try it on over your underwear. And, okay, now here's some more embarrassing parts, but there are so many different kinds, which I did not know about. I don't know if you guys know, but if you guys go in, just try all kinds and ask for help with sizes, but try on like all kinds and all sizes to see what you like. And so she was saying that thongs are comfy, and that they were new when she started like 20 years ago, and that they'll take some time to get used to it, but you'll get used to it. That was her advice. I've never tried, so I don't know, but if you guys want to try, they're supposed to be comfortable. And then this is one thing I was surprised by. I was surprised at how low the underwear was, because I'm used to wearing like high-waisted briefs from like Walmart, and everything there kind of sits like quite a bit lower. Like I thought that everything was too small, and she's like, no, that's like the perfect size. They just like sit lower and I guess cover a little bit less. And then like in a brief or a cheeky, yeah, funny word, right? But those are actually really comfortable too. They fit different, but she was like, they don't feel like you're wearing anything. They take a little while to get used to, but they're really nice. And so like in a brief or cheeky, like I would be a medium. I could probably do a small. Everything else I was extra small. But I just didn't like it how low it was. I was like, all right, will these things stay on? And she was like, oh yeah, they'll stay on. And so yeah, so the key here is that the less they cover, the smaller the size can be. So like for the ones that cover like less and less, you can be going to a small or an extra small. Whereas for like a brief, you might prefer a medium if you're my size. And so that's just FYI. And here's some more, because I kind of went like all out. I let my dark side out, but I just love corsets. I think probably just growing up with reading Little House on the Prairie and all of that. But they have beautiful corsets. So for trying them on, I think everything in that store, you're a smaller size than you think you are, is how I thought. Because I always thought I was more of like a small tending towards medium, but she was having me try on everything like extra small. And I was like, oh, I did not realize I was still extra small. So anyways, I don't know if you guys, I don't know, just try things smaller than you think. So for a corset, it'll seem like it's way too small, I promise. And you'll be like, there's no way this thing is going to work. But as a tip, start with the top, like clasp the top, clasp the middle, and clasp the bottom, and then work from there. And it will take a little while, but it will fit. And then as another tip, for the tops, always clasp them when you're putting them in the drawer to keep them, because otherwise the hooks will tear or catch the lace on the next one, or things like that. So always keep them clasped. And let's see, what else did I have? Oh yeah, comment if you wanted me to show everything that I bought. I thought I was like, I'm not going to show everything, this is just for whoever I marry. But there are really beautiful things, and I want you guys, when you guys get to try out like all kinds of things, even things that you don't think you'll like. Just go all out, as if it's Christmas or something, be a little kid. Because I promise you'll like some things. Sorry about that, guys. My dad walked in. Yeah. Okay, so let's finish this up very quickly. Yeah, anyways, it's lots of fun. I think you guys will absolutely love doing it if you haven't done it before. Or at least go and do it again. If you have done it before, it's like going to like Christmas land for like a little kid, I feel like. And she was saying that, yeah, when you're wearing these things, it makes you feel like Superwoman. And she was like a boss CEO of like so many things, and having like difficult situations to deal with and everything. And yeah, just having that hidden layer gives you that, that feeling of being Superwoman. So I thought that was cool. And then as two last tips, if all your underwear is like being like washed like with the family or everything, and you don't like that, or you don't, I don't know, not comfortable, I guess I'm saying, you can always just wash it in the shower, just a bar of soap, and just give it a quick scrub real quick, and just hang it in the closet. So that's a little FYI. I do that, and it works perfect. And then this is another like very personal thing, but I was like, I don't know if any of you guys have questioned this too, but with how skimpy a lot of the things are, I was like, how does that work? Like, because you have hair, right? And she was like, oh, well, you can shave. And she was like, just be careful, it'll feel weird at first, but like be careful for ingrown hairs. But she was like, but you'll probably never even get them, so don't even worry about it. But yeah, just shave and use a sugar scrub. Like just get some sugar from your pantry and some olive oil and maybe some essential oil put in it, and do like some sugar scrub just to prevent ingrown hairs. And don't overdo it. Maybe like a couple times a week you can do the sugar scrub. But yeah, that's another little tip if you guys were never like, oh, do you or do you not, or what do you do, or yeah, that was something that I always didn't know. So there you go. Okay, you guys got the long and the short of it. I hope that helped you guys. If you want to go deeper into just stepping into your confidence and becoming your own dream girl, check out my course, Divinely Favored, which is linked down below, and get your free play sheet, which is full of the affirmations and all kinds of goodies that I used to change my mindset from being the super insecure, shy girl I used to be to now, all the things I do today. And like doing this, I would have never done if I hadn't been working on those, changing my interior beliefs. So definitely check it out down below and let me know what you guys think, and like, share, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at I am Vibrant Elegance, and I'll see you there. Bye.